Robinhood.
Robinhood, thank you. I have other accounts, but wife can then, set it in different accounts. So if you mess up, I say, okay.
Okay.
I think your coverage of basics has been solid. So the likelihood of messing up would be me shooting myself in the foot. Otherwise, it should be okay.
We'll get started in just a couple of minutes here. Meanwhile, yeah, think of anything that you want to cover.
You had asked a question earlier if we knew how to buy and sell options. So buy we covered pretty decently. Sell is just like selling any other uh, equity, right? Or is it different? Is that something? If that's something you can cover, that's all.
दोबारा से पूछो क्वेश्चन.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ at some point, I think a week ago, if we were comfortable buying and selling options, or the level of familiarity with it. The sell part, if you can, I think is sell part the same as the equity sell card. It is just like if you have something in your portfolio, you can sell it. It's straightforward, right? It's selling an option contract. Like if you have a
No,
call
so
option, you bought a call option. If you wanted
no,
to,
no, so selling an option is different than selling shorting just
um,
regular stocks.
yeah. So the question is directed about if did a, I buy an option a call contract, one contract, and
You're
I,
buying call.
I already bought a call contract, right? A call
हाँ
option
जी,
one,
हाँ जी.
and I want to sell it. How would I go about it?
So you're buying a call and you're selling a call.
I already own a call. I bought a call. I want to sell it. How will I go about doing it?
Okay. So what you're asking for to close a trade. Okay.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
when you buy a call.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's go over this term. वैसे we don't cover options in this session. This is the
We can do it
beginner
in next
session.
one. जितना तो सीख समझे.
Yeah.
Next one is fine.
Yeah. ठीक है. But yeah, नहीं आप फिर क्वेश्चन भूल जाएंगे तो इस करके let's
हाँ
just
जी. हाँ
cover it
जी.
and then yeah.
Thank you. हाँ जी.
Okay, मैं अपना whiteboard you should be able to see my whiteboard.
हाँ जी.
Okay. Okay, ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ so when we are buying a call, okay, we also call this buy to open. Okay, so buy to open. Asi, we are opening a new trade. Okay, so this also is called BTO, buy to open. And then when we are closing, so so we bought a call. It's giving us good profits, and then we want to close this, right?
Mhm.
So we will do the opposite. We will sell this call. Okay, so we had bought it. When we are making money, then we will sell this call. So then it'll be buy to open. पहले सीखा buy to open. Now it will be sell to close. STO. Where's my pen? STO. Let me write that again. Sell to close. Okay. So don't get confused when we are simply we had bought a call and we are just selling a call. So don't think that this is we are opening a new trade where we are selling a call because that's also a position. So that is the reason why we use these buy to open, sell to close. So we know what we are doing because we can also sell a call as a new position. In that sense, this will not be buy to open. This will be sell to open.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh Veer Ji.
Thank you for that. And
The sell to close, isn't it supposed to be STC?
oh, sorry. Yes, you're right.
Okay, just
Yeah, that and also sell to open is it kind of a shorting, right?
Yes, exactly. We are selling a
Yeah,
call. Yes.
right. Got it.
So, yes, STC. Let me double check if that's the right terminology. Where is
Just by maybe we can just compile some of these the terms and then publish it in the group. That would help.
Sure. Yeah, you can send that. Yeah. And the computer decides to move slowly. Way too many things open.
I didn't understand. The sell to call means sell to open?
No. Okay. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm checking. To,
Oh, okay.
yeah, let me see what's the right terminology here.
So that is STO.
STO. That's what I'm thinking, right? Because
Yes,
yeah,
that is
STC.
STO.
Yeah, STC doesn't sound right to me. So it is STO. So
Okay.
here, yeah,
Sell to close is STO? Okay.
yes. So this would be sell to open.
No, selling a call still be sell to close, right? That is where you're closing your position basically. And sell to call is like buy to open sort of thing,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
is the opposite.
yeah.
It's the
Hold on. So
shorting side of the buy.
yeah, hold on. So if my okay, it's working now. Sell to close. Okay, sell to close. But I think, do we write that STC or do we write STO?
No, sell to STC.
STC. Okay, so I was right then. Okay. So yeah, it's confirmed now. I checked at Google.
Right. STC is that you are closing your position.
Right. Okay. So yes. So the reason we why we use this BTO and STC, because then yeah, as I was saying, we can also have a position open where we are shorting a call. In that case, it will not be sell to close because it's a new position. So then it will be sell to open. So whenever we have a open, we're opening a new trade here and then here. Okay. And then when we are closing that same position, then so here it was a sell to open. Then when we buy this call, then it will be buy to close. Oops. We are buying back to close that position. Buy to close. Okay. Normally, you will not see these terminology in the brokers. Okay. You just have to remember. So the reason you want to just keep that in mind so that it removes the confusion between a short position than a long position. So this was a long position here. Okay. And we were simply closing that long position here. So then we will sell that call and that will be sell to close. Here we were shorting a position. So this was a selling position. Okay. And we were simply buying it back. Okay. And then that's why we have sell to open. And then when we close that position, then we'll be buying it back because we had taken a position selling first. So to close it, now we have to do the opposite, which is buying it back. We need to mute somebody.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah. All right. Good. Okay. So now we can go to some beginner level topics. All right. So let's see. Okay. So whoever is new here, meaning you're just recently starting, you have heard about investments, trading, and you have heard about how a lot of people making a lot of money in that. They're lying to you. Okay. It's a hard work. So never ever listen to anyone. There is definitely a very good potential to make good money, but it's a art, it's a skill, and just like any skill, it takes time. Okay. Now, while you're taking time, it's very important you go slow. Okay. I'm sure you all know how to ride a bicycle, right? So think about the day one, the very first day you got on a bicycle. Did you just jump on the bicycle and you were, just riding it like you know how to do it? How did that go? If that's how you started, how did that go? I'm sure you fell and you got hurt, right? The same thing in trading and investing. From day one, if you decide to go really fast, you think that you know a lot of things, you're good, okay, you're good, you're probably gonna fall and you're gonna get hurt. Okay, it's a skill. It you learn it over time. Okay, just like anything else. I mean, if you have a college degree, it took you about 4 years to get that degree, right? Although we all knew ABCD, right? Why does it take us 4 years to then get a degree? So investing. So yes, there's a lot of money. That's the whole point why the stock market was created. So these, wealthy, rich people can make a lot of money. So there is a lot of money. Okay. Um, but we need to learn, there different things in there before we get to that lot of money. Uh, and the two things that we learn in investing is fundamental analysis. And I'll start taking quizzes because I've been doing these sessions for a while now. And the second thing is technical analysis. Okay, who's gonna tell me what is fundamental analysis? Hmm. How many people do we have? 6 people. Okay.
So fundamentals basically about how the stock is doing on the company side, how much, what is the capital market, the EPS,
Mm.
and how much cash they are having. And there are other, I mean, I don't remember all of them. That's a kind of that's a kind of fundamentals basically about the company financials.
Yes, good. Fundamentals talks about the company overall. Okay. So fundamental analysis tells us it gives us the answer to the question why invest why invest in this company? Why invest in this company? So when we are asking question why invest in this company, then apparently your answer will be all about the company and why. Why this company? Well, because this company, I have seen this company growing for the last 5 years. That's a simple answer. One of the fundamental answers. I've seen this company, uh, you know, having a product that a lot of people wants. Think about when Apple first came. What product did it have? It has an iPhone. Okay, a lot of people wanted a cool looking iPhone, a smartphone? Yes, right. What else? Think about when people saw that there was a company building cars. They used to ride horses before that. So when people saw there's a company building cars, now people wanted a car, right? So the company's product, is that in demand? Does it wanted by companies, other companies? Does it wanted by people? You know, can they sell it anywhere? Right? What about Coke? When Coke first came with soda, right? Could they sell it to anywhere in the whole world? Yeah, they are in the whole world right now, right? You go to Africa, you'll find Coke there. huh? So all of that is fundamental. Everything about the company is fundamental. Who's running the company? That matters a lot, right? That's why when you hear a company CEO stepping down, right? Let's say the CEO was running the company for the last 30 years. What happened with Apple? Who was the first CEO before the current one? He died. Help me with the name.
Tim Cook, Apple,
Tim.
right?
Yes. Exactly. So what happens? So when a somebody big in the position in the company, pass away or steps down, it matters a lot
Yeah,
to
it
the
has a
investors.
market impact.
Exactly. Right. So that's also a part of fundamental. What happened with the United Health Group right now? I think the CEO was changed, right? Early, like few months back. So yeah, whenever a somebody in the management of a company or running a company for a while, and then they decide to step down, it creates a fear in investors. Like, hey, why is he stepping down? Is he not happy? Is something going on? So people started asking those kind of questions, right? And then there's another thing is, okay, well, somebody new is gonna replace this person now. We don't know how he's gonna run the company, Is he going to run the same way that the previous CEO was running? We don't know. So all of those are fundamental pieces. Okay. So it answers the question, why invest in this company, right? When Palantir first came, they were implementing a lot of AIs in just the regular companies. I mean, they already had a pretty good business, a product, right? They were selling it to other companies. Hey, we can, implement AIs in your workplace. It can reduce your labor cost. It can automate a lot of the things, right? So what happened is a lot of companies started using Palantir. So they were doing pretty good to begin with, but then what happened? The government saw that, hey, AI is the new trend. Why not use Palantir, bring it in our defense sector? Maybe they can do some magic there. So then they started giving contracts to Palantir. Now they got in demand. And wherever there is a demand, the money will follow. The product got attractive. They started getting more in demand, and then look what happened to its stock price. I can open the chart and you can see, like, just in the last year where they were, and now the jump that they made just in the last year. All happens is because the product, the company's product, how much demand does the product has? Okay, so the more demand the company's product has, the stock prices is gonna, a lot of people gonna be interested in purchasing the stock for that. And what happens when there's a lot of buyers for the stock of the company? What happens to the stock price? It goes up. Okay. So fundamental analysis is, why invest in this company? You need to find the reasons, right? What are the fundamental reasons? Okay. And then what happens? All companies will, at some point, they will plateau. What that means is, uh, for them to keep on growing, they need to keep having innovative products, right? So until they, so one product that when everybody knows, okay, this is the product they have, and they all buy their product, um, then they will not have the number of customers will start to go down, right? And then they cannot keep on selling to new customers. So then what do they have to do? They have to keep producing new changes to their existing product, or they have to come up with a new product. Okay. So a pretty good example of that is Microsoft. Okay. How has Microsoft been able to consistently go up in the stock prices? You look at what product they had, we can go back to like 10 years ago. Okay. I mean, all I know is they used to be in all the computers. Whatever computer gets built, what you will find there, Microsoft Windows. I mean, they had a very strong product. I mean, most of the computer to operate, you need to buy a Microsoft product. Okay, so that product itself was pretty good, right? It was always in demand, right? Until Apple came and they started giving a different operating system, Macintosh. Okay? That's where Microsoft started getting a little bit of competition. But up until Apple came, it was all 100%. It was them, Microsoft Windows. And guess what they used to do every 2 years and every 3 years. They didn't just keep the same copy, same version of Microsoft Windows. We go back to like last 15, 20 years, you will see every year almost they will update. They'll keep bringing something new. Guess why would they do that? Right? It gives people reason to keep buying their product. And what happens when people keep buying their product? Their stock prices will keep going higher and higher.
Company revenues goes up.
Exactly. Right? All they have to do to increase the revenue is like make a small change, hey, and then just go, hype it up. Hey, yeah, we got this new change. You'll be able to do things faster. And we're gonna charge you $500 more for that. That was the trend if you go back 10, 15 years. And it's still the trend actually. If something can make you do things faster, you can charge them whatever money, right? It's still the trend. People wants to save time and they want to go fast with the boring stuff, so they're willing to pay, more money for that. It's still the trend. That's why I have said technology is the leader of stock market. Technology is the place where innovation happen every year. Okay. So yeah, Microsoft is a perfect example. Just make a small change and now you can charge companies or people more money. And then what did they do after that? Then what came after that? Cloud. The cloud came, right? So now the problem was, well, I want to access my stuff without sitting at my home. How do I do that? Now I could be somewhere else. I could be in another country. I want to, access the stuff that's sitting in my computer at home. Well, you put it in the cloud, right? So what did Microsoft started doing? Building products cloud based. Something new now, right? And then sell them. So when they get good demand for that, their stock prices goes up, right? And now what's the latest stuff? So we first came that Windows thing, cloud based. Now what's the hype about? AI. I don't even want to do the thing. I just want to say it. It should do exactly what I'm telling it to, right? Or wait, I don't even want to say anything. I just give one command. I just give an overall purpose, and then it thinks of its own what to do, right? And then it keeps on thinking for the next year, next day to next week to next month what to do about it. Like I'm gonna, I want things that work like that now. You know, so give a birth to AI now. It thinks on its own, does things on its own, so that human beings can get as much time as one and go without job, unfortunately. Yeah, but again, going back to fundamentals, Microsoft, right? And if you look at the chart of Microsoft, it used to be at a $50 stock price. Right now is I think very close to 500 now. Let's see, where is it? Yeah. Last week it closed at 518, but the high that it went to was about 555. All because it continued to have a product creating demand. Okay? Once when one product got plateau, meaning like they couldn't sell it anymore, they simply just produce another new product in demand, right? So Microsoft stock was $100. If you think about it, was $100 only back in 2018. 7 years later, it hit $555. Okay. So in 7 years, it went up fivefolds. And this is what, when you have a good product, can do. Or you have an idea about a product that can create demand. Okay. So fundamentals. Fundamentals is what's gonna keep the stock prices rising. Okay. So why invest in Microsoft back in 2018? Because it continued to have a product that they can sell. Okay. So that's one way to look at a company. The second way to look at the company is through technical analysis. Who's going to tell me what is technical analysis?
I can, Vijay.
Anji.
Okay, so yeah, fundamental analysis to see क्या सी पिछले बारी के long term है basically.
Right.
We look at it over a year of data, and then technical analysis is a short to medium term, and you're looking at things within 2 to 3 months. You're betting on the company's future performance, so you look at price charts and trends, and then candlestick patterns, volume spikes, support and resistant levels. And the question for that one is, when is it a good time to invest?
Good. Yes. So technical analysis is all about chart reading. And here we answer the question, when is a good time, or when is the right time to invest? It can also tell you when to get out of your positions. It's not always about, when to buy. Charts can also tell you when to sell also. It's just that we are never trained that way, right? Everywhere we go, they only just talk about the chart with the purpose of when to buy. That's the only thing they talk about, right? Because you have to think about what happened in the stock market. In the stock market, things changed after 2020. Okay. Before, it used to be you just buy. So that's the reason why we always just used to hear, use chart for when to buy, right? Well, because it used to be you just buy something, you buy a good fundamental company, and you just hold it forever and forever. Okay. But the chart can also tell you when to sell also. When to sell. Or, it can tell you another thing, when to add to your position. But everything revolves around when. When to buy, when to sell, when to add. And then the fourth thing I can add, when to reduce your sizing. Okay. But everything revolves around when. Okay. It's no longer when to buy only. The So when to add, matlab, अगर ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ already position ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੇ so when to buy this is when we open initial position open new position so when to add ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਨਵੀਂ new position ਦੇ ਹੋਰ ਉੱਪਰ position add ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਮਤਲਬ open ਹੋਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਂ ਤੇ share buy ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ size buy ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ है ना so opening or adding just use the word add adding to your existing position ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਖੋਲੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਡ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ add to existing position what happens when you add you lower your hopefully you lower your average cost okay? And what's the meaning of when to reduce because the way market is right now it's always a good idea to lock in your gains so ਆਪਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ reduce ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ all we're doing is locking our gains some of our gains locking gains and we leave a very small position still there okay I can give you an example let's say 50 100 150 200 okay? So your stock price let's say you this company is very good fundamentally strong okay it comes to $50 and you know about this company so you will open a new position label them 1 2 3 4 okay. So you will add $50 let's say you know that this company is good fundamentally you will open a new position so here will be 1 and you will open 100 shares okay. It goes to close to 100 before hitting 100 it goes down to 25 okay. But you really believe in this company so what you will do at 25 you will do number 3 when to add and you will open another 100 shares because you are really feeling good about this company okay so okay so at 50 you open 100 shares that was when to buy so you bought you open a new position okay and you were really hoping that it will hit 100 but before hitting 100 it goes down to 25 okay but because you feel really good about this company you will open you will add on so now you will do number 3 adding you will add to your existing position and you will open 100 shares now you have 200 shares okay and then you were right it does bounce back and it goes and hit 100 okay it goes and hit 100 here you're in pretty good gains so now here you can do 4 okay you're in 200 shares you can reduce some of your shares and the same by you reducing the shares what you're really doing is you're locking in gains meaning you're collecting gains also right so here let's say we take out I'll say minus you had 200 shares you will sell 150 shares. Okay, so by you selling that 150 shares, you lock in your gains, you collect gains, and you leave how many shares now? 50 shares. And then you can just keep those 50 shares and hopefully it goes to 150. Okay, here you can still also reduce some shares. So you can do again number 4. You had 50 shares left, you can reduce by minus 25. Okay, what are we really doing here? There's another thing we're doing. So what we're following is this strategy: buy low, sell high. This is the reason why they come up, why they started saying this: buy low. You never want to buy high. Right now, at 150, it's very high price. Okay, where was the low price? At 25. That was a really good low price where when you add on to your position, right? So here we are looking for again a new to create. So you are now in 25 shares, and guess what happens? It drops down, and it drops down to where? Drops down to 100. And then here you will do again number 3, add. You add 25 shares now. Now you're 50 shares, but it doesn't go all up again. It keeps on going down. And now it goes down to 50. You add another 25 shares. Goes back to down to 25. You add another 25 shares. And then it does a very crazy reversal, goes all the way back to 150. Now, how many shares you are in? You're back in 100 shares. You can now do the same thing again. You can reduce your size. Okay. You can do minus 75 here. Okay. But only do this if the fundamentals still strong. Okay. If the fundamentals have changed, you don't want to do that. You only want to do this if the company has a strong fundamentals. Okay. So that goes to another thing here. Only invest in good quality stocks. And I have just told you how you check for good quality stocks. Look at their fundamentals. Okay. So when we talk about quality, this is fundamentals. Okay. This was number 1. This number 1 here. Okay. Fundamentals. When we talk about the chart, like right here, all this movement, right? Starts with 50, goes to 100, right? That was all technical analysis when we use the chart. This is number 2. Okay. So we have to combine both fundamentals and technical analysis. Any questions? Um, there are a lot of tools out there. There are a lot of websites out there that can give you information on fundamental analysis. I had shared one of them. So let's go revisit that. So if you want to know what are the good quality stocks, right? There are many websites where you can check the information. This way, you don't have to go pull up their company statements to see, well, how much their growth was for the last 5 years. That's going to take you a lot of time if I ask you that question. Luckily, nowadays, there are a lot of sites that can give you that information right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to finviz.com. This is something I had shared before. Okay, so I go finviz.com. Okay, yeah, I'm logged in already. I have so here Finviz. When you go in Screener, okay, it has some filters for fundamentals. Okay, if you click on this, all of these filters are for fundamentals.
Are
You
you
can go
sharing your
online.
screen?
Huh?
Sorry,
Am
I
I
don't
not?
see the screen. Sorry. I'm only seeing your main desktop.
Or now?
Sorry.
Let's see Finviz.
Yeah, we can see.
Rajesh, you see it? Yeah. Rajesh, you seeing it? Okay, so in Finviz, there are screener. There's a lot of filters here. The nice thing is, if you take your mouse on any of these filters, it actually gives you a little bit of definition. So you don't have to go like, oh, I don't know what everything is here. It will tell you. If you want to know what a debt over equity is, it will tell you definition of it. It says a measure of a company's financial leverage calculated by dividing its liabilities by stockholders' equity. It indicates what proportion of equity and debt the company is using to finance its assets. It's still gonna talk like very complicated, so you still need to know a little bit of things. Um, but you can go on Google and try to find more things like what is. You need to know what is the leverage. You need to know equity, debt, assets, um, and those are easy. You can easily find those on Google. Okay, uh, and you just need to know one time, right? I mean, you just if you just find out one time what debt of equity is, that's it. You're done. You know. Well, I mean, sometimes we think it's very hard. I don't know any of this. It literally takes like 5 minutes to know exactly what it is. Return on assets. I have no idea what is return on assets. I have somewhat idea, but somebody new. Okay, let's see what it says. An indicator of how profitable a company is relative to its total assets. If you don't understand that whole line, just focus on profitable. Okay, profitable. It's just telling you how profitable a company is. That's it. ROA gives an idea as to how efficient management is at using its assets to generate earnings. Okay, calculated by dividing a company's annual earnings by its total assets, ROA is displayed as a percentage. Let's say you don't understand any of that. Again, profitable is the word you do understand. Okay, that's all you need to know. All right, let's see what else. EPS growth past 5 years. EPS is the portion of a company's profit allocated to each outstanding share of common stock. Did you understand all of that? No? Okay. I mean, there is a word. It says company's profit. Just focus on that. Whatever you understand, that's good enough. Okay. Current ratio, a liquidity ratio that measures a company's ability to pay short-term obligations. I think this is much easier to understand. You should be able to understand this one, right? If you don't know, I think the only word that's going to confuse you is obligations. Okay. Company's ability to pay short-term obligations. What are obligations? Bills, short-term bills, month-to-month bills. Okay. So it's just telling you, can the companies pay like this month's bill or not? Can they pay like next month bill or not? Okay, that's all it's saying. So it's just telling you is the company, does it have enough cash? Okay, so all of this is fundamentals. Are you all able to hear me? Okay, looks like you can. My microphone showing green. All right, does it make sense? Any questions? I mean, literally can go on any of these, take your mouse over it and try to understand. If you don't understand, we have a community, we have WhatsApp group. Just put a message there, put a question. Hey, I don't understand what it's saying about this, and we'll answer it for you. Okay. What is EV over sales? I mean, I don't even use these filters. I have no idea. Enterprise value to sales, total value of a company, including debt and excluding cash, divided by revenue. Okay. I mean, I never use this filter, but I can understand. Okay, it's just telling me the total value of a company. Okay. All right. And then these are the values for it. Obviously, if it's telling you it's the total value of the company, right? The higher the number, the better it's gonna be. So I can go like over 10. There you go. And what it's gonna do is gonna reduce the number of stocks here. Okay. For now, I'm gonna just go with any. So with no filters selected, you know how many stocks I have here? I have about 10,432 with nothing selected. Okay. 10,432. And I'm trying to answer the question, why should I invest in this company? Okay. So let's pick some good fundamental companies. I already have a screener that I use, and I labeled it fundamental strong. Let's take a look at that. I don't think AMC is that strong, and we can take a look at AMC. Let's see, does AMC even shows up? Yeah, I don't see AMC there. Right? I don't see AMC there. And we can take a look. So if you want to look at so let's say you don't want to do any filters, you can simply just put the stock in the search, click on it. Okay. It will give you all the numbers here. Okay. Okay. And it's nice that they, color code this. Green, meaning this is something positive going for the company. Red meaning it's negative for the company. So income is a red. They're losing money. That's a big, big red flag. And they, color coded it red. Okay. Fundamentally strong companies will have income in positive. Okay. Uh, I can put, let's go with Palantir. They're doing really good. So income wise, it's white. So white is color code for neutral, neither good nor bad. Okay. So a lot of neutral, a lot of green, little bit of red. Okay. I mean, I don't need to know anything, but I can definitely count the number of colors that is repeated, right? So if white is neutral, green is good, red is bad, all I want to see is more green than red. Simple, right? So here I see more green than red. Okay. And then Give me a company. Let's go. Microsoft. Okay. What do you see? Just look at the whole, all the numbers it's giving you, and just tell me, do you see more green or more red? You just say it out loud. This way I'm not have to read. Punjabi ch bhi कह सकते हो. Green, yeah, I see green too, right? I mean, we can actually even count red. 3, then 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 reds. How many greens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so this is a sign of a good company. All right. Let's see. Should we look at Nvidia? I think we're gonna find more red there, right? What do you think? Am I gonna lose this bet? Are we gonna see more red? What do you think?
Green.
More green? You sure? I think you're gonna lose a bet.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Oh, I lost the bet. Sad. Look at the greens there. Every column has greens. Okay. What else? What else is a good fundamental? There's a company. I want to look at their numbers. I have no idea about this company called NQ. I forgot it now. Hold on one second. I thought it's not NQ. It's a QUBT. Anyone knows about this company? You know what they do? You can read the name. Quantum computing. What do you think we're gonna find? More red or more green?
Green.
I think I have a
Probably red more because it's a
more red.
relatively new company.
Yes, I agree with you. So this is when a Microsoft was brand new. Okay, so QUBT is in quantum. Okay, and quantum is the new hot topic. But let's see, is it showing green or red? More red. So just like how we predicted, right? So because it's a new company, although it's in a sector, it's in a product that is in demand or soon to be in demand. Okay, but it's a brand new company, so it's obvious that they're gonna have a lot of red. Okay, but remember what I talked about earlier in this session. If a company has a lot more demand, their stock price is gonna keep going higher and higher, and we can actually see the chart of it too. Look what happened on Friday. You see this big bullish green candle? It's actually closing. So Finways actually give you a little bit of charting tools. So this purple line is the trend line, and on Friday, this bullish candle closed above this trend line. Okay, in a major way. Okay, so yes, although the fundamentals is still not there, the chart is telling you something is going on with this stock. Okay, so you have now different things going here. What we learn here is that although a new company can have a product that can go in a demand in the initial phase, it may not have strong fundamentals. Okay? And so this is the reason where we need to do a little bit more digging into the company, investigate into the company, exactly what they're doing. You can read their news. Why they're selling? This is another thing that you can look at when their own company management buying their own shares or selling their own shares. So what you see here is the insider trading, and in the month of September, there's a lot of selling going on. Again, that could be bad. That could be for different reasons. So again, you need to know the reason why they're selling. Are they selling uh, to make money so they can invest it back into the company? They're selling it to their friends, and they're saying, "Hey, this stock price gonna go way, way higher. You buy it right now from us, right?" I mean, so there could be different things going on. Okay. Also, Finviz is really nice where it can actually tell you which institutions actually own them and how much. Okay. So you see, Vanguard is the largest or one of the largest, ETF company, and they hold they hold 7% in their funds, and not only like Vanguard, but there are a lot of other institutions that own this stock. BlackRock owns it, Jane Street. So these are all institutions. This is actually good. You want to see institutions buying shares. Okay. Oh, even it okay tells you the what they do. So quantum computing engages in developing novel algorithms and solutions utilizing quantum and quantum inspired computing to solve difficult problems in various industries. It leverages its expertise in finance, computing, security, mathematics, and tech to develop commercial applications for the financial security and government sectors. The company was founded in 2001, okay, and it's headquartered in New Jersey. So that's what they do. They are in a, they can technically sell their products in multiple industry, which is a good thing, uh, especially when it says government sector, you know, just like what happened with Palantir. And then you can look at the news and stuff. It's okay. Quantum computing is skyrocketing today. Is a stock a buy right now? So you can look at all these articles here on the news, and it will give you like more information about the company and their fundamentals. Okay. There was one more I wanted to see. MicroStrategy. Oh, let's see if we have more red or more green. What do we see here? More green or more red? Can't really tell.
50-50.
50-50, right?
It's a mix.
That's why, yeah. So you will see for a lot of companies where they're not there. I mean, we just saw Nvidia, right? A lot of greens. Then you will see company with less green, right? Then you will see 50-50. Then you will see even we just saw the quantum, right? Even less red, even less green, right? So more in red. So again, go only with the good quality stocks, okay? Good quality stocks normally will have more greens. So if I go back to my screener, I go to my fundamental strong companies because I have applied filters here. So this list that I get has 60 companies. Remember, we there with no filter supply, we were more than 10,000. With this filter applied now, it's only giving me 60 stocks, and that's good enough. Even from the 60 list of 60, I can go even more narrow down to pick like really the handful. One of the company here is a TSM. Okay, let's take a look at the fundamentals for that. Okay, look at even less red than Nvidia. Nvidia still had more reds than this company. And literally, I'm looking at 5 red here. Okay, TSM is one of the strongest, fundamentally strong company. Okay? What else? Google. So Google just developing new product, just like in the AI, it's called Gemini. Okay, it's competing with Chat GPT. Okay, um, Google also have a product in quantum sector. They have a chip that enables them to go into quantum. Okay, so they have really strong products. So let's take a look at their fundamentals. Oh my God, they literally have only three
3
reds.
reds.
So what do you do when you see something like this? You just buy shares and then that's it. You go to sleep or you do whatever you want to do until next year. I mean, just with 3 reds and a lot of green, you know this is where this stock is heading. Okay. So I mean, um, I can share all these filters that I have applied, so you have it. You can just go to Finviz. It's a free account. You don't need to pay you don't need to pay for the account. Open a free account, apply the filters that I have, and that's it. It will give you the fundamentally strong companies. And then the only thing now you have to do is just learn chart if you want to know when to buy, when to sell, when to add. What was the last thing? When to reduce. But if you say, you know what, I am okay. I mean, we just looked at Google with 3 reds. Why do you even need to know that? You don't. You just buy shares and you hold it. You need to know charts when you start trading options. That's because with options now, okay. So what does technical analysis teaches us? It teaches us when, right? The timing portion. When we start trading options, we will be dealing a whole lot with time. Okay. So at that point, you really need to know charts. Okay. When to buy, when to sell, when to get out. We're not gonna go with when to add and when to reduce. Okay. With options, when you're trading options, we don't worry about those. We only go with when to buy, when to sell, when to exit. Okay. Just those 3 things. Okay. Right. So this was the session for the beginners. I'm gonna start the advanced session now. So if you want to stick around, you can stick around, or if you're getting overwhelmed, you're free to leave. But I'll be back in. Yes, I will share the screen or the filters in the group. Let me do that right now. All I need to do is take a screenshot.
Why you can do share the link of it. Actually, however you're set up, that link would give us exactly what filters are you are using.
Can I do that? Let's see.
Yeah,
I
the
don't think it's.
URL, the URL.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You will be
Yeah.
able to open it like that, you say?
Yes.
Okay, try it. If you don't, then yeah, let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. Just paste it in the chart. I will open it and I'll confirm that.
All right, here you go. I pasted it in the group. I pasted it in the beginner learning.
Okay. Yep. Exactly the same.
Okay, good. Good to know.
I mean, the funny thing about MicroStrategy, I remember MicroStrategy actually is not a Bitcoin company. It's a software. It's an analytics dashboard building company. But for some reason, it got into buying Bitcoin and all. Now it
Yes,
is all
exactly.
traded with the Bitcoin,
Yes.
synonymous to Bitcoin.
Right.
Actually, it's
Yeah,
very funny.
exactly. I know. Yeah.
Because I used to work with that platform, actually, MicroStrategy. They're building
Oh,
dashboards and
okay.
those things. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you need to know, what they're holding, right? What their assets are is gonna
Right. Yeah.
impact the
Assets are also,
fundamentals of the
yes.
company.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if they were like, let's say, if a company is holding a lot of gold, you know,
Yeah. That's
you know
gold
this company
too.
is doing good.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. As the value of the assets goes higher, it's just gonna help. It's gonna help the bottom line of a company. As simple,
Right.
right?
Yeah. The company value,
So
right. Market cap
exactly.
increases.
Yes. Okay, give me a 5-minute break, and then we'll get into advanced, where we'll talk about options and futures.
All right. Thank you.